everybody, welcome to my channel. Everything I say here is alleged, my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. So let's get into this review of SWV and Xscape, the queens of R&B. Can I just tell you, Jalen made the face for this whole episode. His face was a whole mood. Okay, so let's get started with this review. So we start off with Tamika calling her sister Latasha to meet up so that they can talk. We found out that Latasha did end up making the Orlando show. Latasha says she's in the studio and Tamika can meet her there. So when they meet up, Tamika lets Latasha know that she had a conversation with their mother and that she apologized and the mother accepted, which I'm sure Latasha knew that already because, you know, it seemed like the mother and her talk a lot. Anyway, so Latasha says to Tamika, how did we get here? Because you went and talked to her. She tried to meet with you and you ain't want to meet with her. Okay, you was upset with her comment about you having no booty. Okay, anyway, my opinion. Okay, Tamika said it's been over 3 months that they haven't talked. Latasha goes, yeah, but Tamika, everyone has to be held accountable. And Tamika was like, both of us. Like, now listen to me. Latasha said that sarcastically and condescendingly, but that's just me in my opinion. Okay, so Latasha said she didn't point a finger at Tamika, and Tamika was like, okay, we in agreement then. Okay, both of us said things that were hurtful, and then here go Latasha. Yeah, people say things that are hurtful. You said things, but I'm not holding on to it. And they scanned to Tamika's face, and she's like looking like, here we go again. This is always how it go. Latasha is very condescending to me in this scene right here. Tamika wants to know, where do they go from here? Latasha says, we gonna figure it out. That sounds like the same thing she been telling the group. We gonna figure it out, and I got to pray about it. Okay. She said that they want their sisterhood back. She said, we done been down before. We came back together. She said, family is everything. Latasha talks about the dad leaving them and the mom keeping them together. Latasha said, as long as she have her sister, she will be all right. Tamika asks for a hug, and both of them break down crying. Tamika says she's going to always love her sister and don't want nothing to happen to either one of them, and they could not get it together as sisters. Child, the stuff y'all going through now, hopefully y'all can get forgiveness from each other, but listen, sometimes you got to love family from a distance. The stuff that your sister have done to you and you let her get away with it is it's kind of unforgivable, but that's just me. And I have only one doggone question, okay? If Tamika didn't reach out to you, Latasha, would you have ever reached out to her? So the next scene, we have the auditions for dancers. Everyone shows up but Candy because she has something to do that day. Tamika says she's the best dancer of the group. Taj says she's the best dancer in SWV, or rather, Lily said that Taj is the best dancer. Lily and Candy are the worst dancers out of each group. SWV, Taj, Lily, and Coco, they meet up at a restaurant. Oh, before I say that scene where Taj was dancing with the dancers that they were auditioning was a cute scene. And I know she had to take some doggone Advil or something after she did all of that, okay? So let's get back to SWV meeting up at a restaurant. Coco ordered her hookah. Okay, they asked about Lily's book, and she said it's hard writing erotica because your imagination have to be off the hook. So Taj told her to read 50 Shades of Grey. She said after she read that book, she made her husband go out and get every toy so they could try it. Child, listen, I read that book too, and I'm going to just tell you, it do take you to those places, and that's all I'm going to say. Okay, my man was very happy, okay, after I read that book. So Coco said she could see Lily writing an erotica book because she's nasty. She said Lily will say it's her, but it's not her. Okay. So they talk about the song that should end the show. You know, the week between Xscape's Understanding, and it's all about who's selling seats. She said, we ain't going to be no sidekicks. Taj said, she basically said we are irrelevant and they have a bunch of followers. They have 1 million and SWV don't have 1 million together. So Coco was like, did you tell her that she ain't relevant? And Lily said, did you tell her that Tiny and Candy's ass is for her to kiss? In my opinion, I feel like we should go. I understand why SWV, not SWV, Escape is upset because SWV is opening the show and ending the show. And in my opinion, I just feel like you should pay homage to the group that inspired you to be who you are. Now, I understand Candy's and Tiny's point too on a business perspective, but it's only one show. Like, come on, y'all, get it together. So Lily said they have a well-oiled machine before Escape got back together, and it's going to continue to be well-oiled. Listen, I have to say they went through their growing pains and they about their business, and Escape need to, figure that out. Lily feels that just because you have a lot of followers does not take away from their contribution to what they have done, and I agree. Lily could not eat because she said she was mad as hell, okay? So Lily was like, by the way, which song they said they want to go last? And Taj was like, understanding. And Lily was like, get the hell out of here. So we got Tiny meeting up with her daughter. And did y'all notice that Tiny's song is playing on the show? And in my head, I'm thinking like, Latasha, this is how, you could have did like Candy and Tiny and got your song played on the show without all this drama. Okay? But anyway, I feel like if you wasn't so secretive, things could have worked out a little better. Anyway, Tiny and Zanique meet up. They talk about Zanique's project coming out and Aries being such a talented young lady. Listen, Aries is so cute. She has that personality. So if they, hone in on it and perfect it, she going to be good to go. She going to be a star, in my opinion. Tiny let Zanique know that Latasha showed up to the Atlanta show and her energy was really good. She said it went so well. She said she hoped the vibe stayed the same and that she shows up to the shows. So Tiny let Zanique know that they took a booking without Latasha. And she was like, we don't know when she's going to be available, because Zanique was like, y'all did it without her. And they was like, we don't know when she's going to be available or when she's going to show up for the shows. So Tiny in her confessionals felt like when the group is on a high, Latasha feels like she don't need them and she's ready to go. So Tiny confirms Candy's fear of putting her all into Escape and Latasha giving her ass to kiss. Tiny said that Candy was right. She also let Zanique know that Tamika is killing it singing Latasha's parts. According to Coco, Escape want to make Understanding the last song so they could look like the headliners. And she was like, that's some petty shit. She said SWV will not change their mind, so they don't know how this is going to be fixed. So Candy suggests a resolution, and Coco says she don't know. In my mind, I said, but Candy, you said the group is not going to agree. So you taking the same stance as Coco. I feel like Escape should pay homage to SWV, who inspired them to be a singing group. But again, I'm not in the business. That's just my opinion. I feel like, in my opinion, Week should be the last song, and maybe Escape join them and harmonize with them at the end of the show. I think that would be dope. Because at this point, as a viewer, if there was a show after this show, I wouldn't buy a ticket. Okay, after watching this show. I really wouldn't. So Tiny and Candy is headed to the stylist. Candy said her last conversation with Coco, it sounds like SWV do not want to do the show unless they get the last performance. Tiny said, what if they say we are not budging? Tiny said, well, there won't be no show. So Taj and Coco and Jalen are in the car riding together. We found out that Jalen decided to go back to college because he said he feel like he will regret it. I think I said that twice, but anyway, he said he feels like he will regret not going back to college. They asked his opinion on the stylist, and he said that he feels like the stylist should cater to each individual's style. So Taj asked Coco, how does she feel that now that we coming down to the wire, how does she feel about working with Escape? She said, Candy saying they want to talk, but she means no disrespect. She said the moment someone says that, No disrespect means they're about to disrespect her. Anyway, she says she don't want to work with Xscape. But anyway, they get to Corey Boy. He designs for Xscape before in their shows. He also designs for strippers. Tamika brings up Latasha coming dressed different and calling her Diana Ross. She says she need her own style. Latasha did not look happy about that, okay? Latasha said getting her own stylist is working for her. Latasha in her confessional said, yeah, we know who Diana Ross is. Okay. Shade was thrown, okay? See, Latasha, is that right there, okay? But if you're going to say it, stand on it. Okay, everyone is getting fitted. SWV wants black and silver. Candy wants white and silver. I guess they will figure that out. But it looked like they figured it out, but they deleted that scene because they asked the stylist if he's going to have everything ready by the show. So they bring up the song situation and what song should end the show. Lily. So with the heavy debate, Lily says she refuses to be around people who want to downgrade them over followers and a piano in the dressing room. Everybody was like, a piano in the dressing room. So it goes back to Tamika saying that Tiny needs a piano in the dressing room. Lily says we spending way too much time on a song. Coco said, why don't we just do our own sets and y'all do y'all set? Coco agrees that egos are in the way, but egos can get your ass kicked. Okay, she was ready to fight. Okay. Tiny said that their show is a big production and they don't get on stage and just sing. Shade thrown, okay? Jalen's face is priceless, okay? Lily said we are not stuck in the industry, S-H-I-T. If we want it, we can have it, but that's not us. Lily said this is the dumbest shit she's ever seen. Latasha said she did not sign up for this, and can we just get through this one show? So Xscape meets up to talk about what happened at the fitting. At least so we thought that's what this meeting was going to be about, okay? Tamika said that the group should talk to promoters, and one of the promoters dropped a bomb on them with receipts. Latasha's husband has been getting a kickback. Of course, Latasha denies it. She said, y'all believe the text messages? Because Tamika pulled out them text messages to show the proof. And Latasha is acting oblivious. Child, Tasha just showed her hand again and told on her damn husband. She said, I didn't do that. I don't believe the receipts. The receipts show that Latasha knew about what was going on. Rocky was talking to the promoter to get them to do all his shows, and Latasha was going to be the one to convince the group to come together as all four of the ladies. So Rocky also told the promoter that, Latasha would get the group back together because they all listened to her. Lord Jesus. Latasha wants to know if these screenshots was real and did they believe them. And Tamika confirmed that it's Rocky's number. Latasha said it made no sense. Candy said she should not be worrying about people getting kickbacks within our group. Latasha said, y'all saying that I've done this? I didn't do that. I'm telling you, does that sound familiar? Latasha can confidently say she didn't do it because she didn't do it. It was her husband who did it. But I can guarantee she knew about it, okay? Tiny said the bottom line is that all money going out should be laid out on the table and they should know about it. And then Tasha calls her husband. Child, this was a damn episode right here. Like Latasha and her husband is just getting exposed left and right, okay? Latasha, my question to you is, you don't know your husband's number? Your husband's number was sitting right on top of those texts. You don't know his number? I guess they didn't expect the promoter to tell what was going on. And I do remember Latasha posting something on her Instagram page talking about the promoter leaving her as a widow. So now she don't want to work with that promoter. Latasha, again, you could stay with your husband, but open your damn eyes. This man is going to be your downfall. You ever heard of what you do in the dark will come to the damn light? Latasha gave the same look when Tamika said she stole that $30K, okay? For me, the betrayal is on another level. And that's all I got. That's all I got. Wait, I got one more thing. I feel like this is a case of climbing the ladder Except when she climbed the ladder, she knocked off all those steps. So now that her ass is sliding back down, ain't nobody there to save her ass. Because you ain't want nobody to climb that ladder with you. And with that, I'm going to end this review. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell button so that you know when my next video comes out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.